learning multiplication in class. We've been working on two different methods. The first one is drawing base 10 blocks. All right, so let's zoom in so you can see that a little bit better. So for this method, we've been working on like 2-digit by 1-digit and 3-digit by 1-digit. So I'll start with a 2. So like we'll say we're doing the problem 24 times 3. The students would then know they have to draw the number 24 using their base 10 blocks. So we draw that as 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what the number 24 would look like, but that's only one group of 24, and we know we need 3. So we're going to repeat that same 24 until we have 3 groups. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. And once we have that, we then go through and we count up to figure out what our total is. These are our 10, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, plus our 1s, 4, 8, 12. And then if your child needed support, they could line it up vertically if they're having trouble doing that math in their head. So we now know 24 times 3 equals 72. This works the same way when we multiply by hundreds. So we could do like 315 times 5. And we would draw that with our blocks. Our hundreds are a square. So 1, 2, 300. And we like to keep it going horizontal just because it makes it neat and easier to add up when we're done. So 310. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is one group of 315. We need 5. All right, and once it's all drawn out, same thing, you count it up. And so we've been working on our multiplication facts. Most of the kids are really good at skip counting, so they know 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 hundreds plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus, and then these are 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Again, if they need the support, line it up vertically on the sides. And they should come up with the answer 1,575. So this is the first method. We've been working on this one for a couple of days. Most of the kids are pretty comfortable with this and they've done a great job. So hopefully with just a reminder, they should be able to remember, oh yeah, let me line up my blocks, let me draw it. This one does take a little bit of time though. The next method we've learned is something we're starting today. So this one might be more challenging. If they're not comfortable using it, that's okay. We're doing the area model. This depends on the students knowing their math facts a little bit faster. So if I were to take a problem like 47 times 8, we would want to draw a rectangle. And then we're going to split our 47 up into the 2 pieces that it makes up, which is 40 and 7. And then we're going to multiply that by 8. So inside this box, we have 40 times 8. And inside this box, we have 8 times 7. we've been learning that when we multiply with numbers with zeros, you can just ignore them for a second. Do 8 times 4 is 32, and then count up how many zeros you ignored, just one. So we stick that back on there, and we have the number 320. And then 8 times 7 is 56. Those are my two partial products. Those are the two parts of the answer. So then I line them up and I add them to come up with the answer of 376. Again, this also works if we want to do 3 digits. So we can say like 226 times 5. We would draw that box. We know there's 1, 2, 3 digits in there, so I might want to make my rectangle a little bit longer because I know I need to break that into 3 pieces. So then I break it into the place value parts. 226 times 5. And inside each box, I have 200 times 5, 20 times 5, and 6 times 5. So again, starting by ignoring those zeros, 5 times 2 is 10. 1, 2 zeros that we skipped, 2 zeros go back. 2 times 5 is 10. 1 0 that I skipped, 1 0 goes back. 6 times 5 is 30. No zeros skipped, so no zeros to add. Line that up. 1,130. Add. And they should come up with 1,130. These are the first two methods we've learned as we're working on multiplying numbers. We will get into the traditional method up and down. If you want to do that with your child because that's what you're comfortable with, please feel free. But if your child comes home and they start talking about the way that we're doing math in class and you want to support them with what we're doing, it was the drawings of the base 10 blocks where we just draw the picture however many times we're multiplying by, and the area model where we break it into place value chunks and then add it all up. All right, thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions.